sweet baby. Oh. You like it, Nevaeh? Daddy said cheese. Oh. It's like that old Dodge Power Wagon they got up there. It's nice. Flatbed on it. I really like that.
If we ever want to do the big stuff down here, bring a chainsaw.
All right, now
That's a big tree.
we've hit a jackpot on some wood here. Look at this stuff.
It's gonna be better than the 200
Look at these logs.
Look at how big.
Look at that. I can't even buck these. Some of these. Like, look at this one here.
Look at this.
That. I can't even buck this. Let me turn it around. There's wood all over the place here. He said there was plenty, that guy, and he wasn't joking. Some of this is so big I can't do nothing with it. Like this pile here is pretty much all like that. But man, that is some big wood. Those are some old trees right there. Look at Carter just compared to that thing.
Oh my goodness.
That is an old tree.
That is a huge tree.
Yeah, those are all old.
Wow.
Wow. So see how you get connections and stuff like that? Don't know how long I'll be getting this stuff, but there's quite a bit in here. Look at what a stump there. Man, these are some big trees. All over here.
Yeah, you think that was a big tree, don't you?
Look at that.
Flat on the ground.
Look at this tree. How big.
It's almost as tall as
That
you.
is a big. Oh, I got there. I'm not a little guy, really. I mean, these are.
That thing is huge.
These are some massive trees here. Beautiful location here. Right down the road from home.
That was how more do you think of you for that?
Oh, 36. That's some massive wood. I believe I could. They're probably not with it running the way it is right now.
If I could go down the middle.
Man, that is some big wood. Wow. Yeah, that was nice of that guy mentioning this to me because he didn't have to. I mean, I got land off of I just showed you. I mean, people happy to get rid of this stuff. There's a lot of big logs here. Huge, massive trees. Some of the biggest I've ever seen around here.
That tree right there will be a truck bed for easily.
I mean, some of these, that one over there is around 4 feet. That tree over there is probably, yeah, it's around 4 feet wide.
Oh, yeah.
Wide. I mean, these are huge, massive trees. It's around 90 today, so it's a hot one here in Kentucky. But anyways, man, I'm happy about that. I'm happy. It is some big wood.
Pine.
All right, this is me and Carter loading up the truck here. We had a load to do in Lexington, Kentucky, and it worked out really good because I've got a lot of firewood contacts on my phone, and what I did was got on there. I usually do it every year. Once I'm ready to start selling wood, I'll get on there and do a group message and message everybody and mention to them that I've got wood to sell. So that's what I did, and I had a couple different people respond, and actually a few. And then there's another guy too, Kevin. I've got 2 full cords that I'm supposed to deliver to him within the next couple weeks or so. So it's starting really early this season, and I'm very thankful for that, really, because it's helping me out a lot right now. Glad to get back into firewood.
Well, we got all we could out of that pile. I'm gonna go up here to this pile. We got it pretty good. All that's up here is oak, he said.
This is our first load of wood for this year, and I just wanted to get footage of it. Kind of, I've already, I got some of the footage of splitting that poplar there, which is seasoned, ready to go. This is some oak I split yesterday, and I don't really have a whole lot of footage of that, but I'm just kind of showing us the process of us loading it and taking it on. We're taking it to Lexington, and then we're kind of going to do a ride along and just talk a little bit. But yeah, this is our first load of the year. It ain't even the season. I would say the season, but it's not even the season. This is probably closest to the earliest I've ever sowed it. I've sowed it in August before. It's still July right now. This will be the first load sowed this year, and this guy's wanting 2 loads, so we're gonna take him one right now, and then maybe another one today, possibly. We'll see.
Tell him how long you've been delivering to him.
I've been delivering to this guy probably since I started, so probably this may make 6 years or something like that, 5 or 6 years. if I ain't mistaken, since the first year I delivered to him. There's quite a few that I've been delivering to for 5 or 6 years still. But we're gonna get this oak loaded up, mix it with that poplar there, and head on, take it to him. He likes stuff a little bit longer, 16 to 18, well, 18 to 20 inches, I think is what he was saying. But what I've got is more 16 to 18. I asked him if that was okay, he said that was fine. So we're gonna go ahead and load this up and then head that way. This is why you gotta watch in the wood piles. I about touched that thing. Literally about. No, I picked the log up, and as soon as I picked it up, it moved. It was right underneath of it. So that's why it's good not to have those things, the wood close to your home, really. Like it's about to storm. You know that calm before the storm, where the wind starts picking up?
Oh, it feels good.
It does feel good. It feels great today. See, look at the clouds. You can see we've got a load of wood back there. We're in the driveway right now. Carter's about to move to the middle here. He can be on camera and talk. We're gonna do a ride along, kind of just firewood ride along. I piled it up a little bit because this guy was saying he wanted 18 to 20 inch logs, and all I've got was like 16 to 18, and right now readily available, and they're mainly 16, so I put a little extra wood in there. It feels good. We've got a storm about to come in, it looks like, so this is our first load of the year right now, and I'm excited about it. I think Carter is too. We always love to get back into firewood. Usually oak, the smell of it reminds me of firewood season, just because usually that's what I'm dealing with is white oak a lot of the times. Though I've dealt with lots of different kinds, you know, I've had different sources of wood every year, really. And well, and like some sources lasted me for numerous years, like the 200 acre wood. And the place that we're about to go, I'm very excited about it because it's right down the road from the 200 acre wood. I start work tomorrow with AAA being a tow truck driver. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to share that as well, my experience with that. That's what I enjoy about YouTube, is being able to talk to different people and stuff like that. And there's many people on there that won't like you, and you may not like the way that they are and the things they say and the things they do. And then there's some that you'll be able to communicate with, and you can kind of relate to and stuff, I guess. Oh, that would have been the place to get the gas right there. Yeah, he's got it cheap. $2.95 right here at this gas station. This guy's usually the cheapest gas around. $2.95.
Yeah, what does BP mean?
What do you mean?
Because that's what that sign said. What does BP mean?
That's the store name, BP. But like I said, this is our first one of this season, and first one in this truck too, which I've had wood loaded up in it at home, but it'll be my first actual delivery taken to a customer this year. And it looks like the storm is just now starting to come, really. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Like we're driving right into it. But anyways, let's see. Yeah. Anyways, we're heading that way. I know that things have changed a lot on my YouTube. I've talked about this whole time, you know, YouTube is pretty much me just showing what I'm doing. So I've showed firewood, now I've showed trucking. Now I'm stepping away from over the road at least, and I'm getting starting to drive a tow truck. And if I can get some footage of that, I plan to. But I definitely plan to continue doing firewood either way. So I've noticed that some of you all I hadn't heard from for a while have been commenting, and that's neat. It's good to hear from everybody. Rick, Brad, I think Ratonia is how you pronounce your name, Brad, maybe? I've noticed he puts axes together and stuff. He likes swinging axes too. Me and Rick have been talking pretty much since I started YouTube. and some other people as well. It's good to hear from people. Looking forward to getting back into firewood. Every season I'm happy to do firewood. I always am. It's helped us a lot, firewood has, over the years. And now I'm hoping to use it as well, not just as income, but to save up for maybe a rollback. Because I'm planning to, I think I should have enough for one maybe in the spring, this coming spring, Lord willing, to buy my own. Because I found some for around 12,000, 10,000, 12,000 online, used rollbacks, you know. And some wreckers as well. I don't know which one I'd rather use, to be honest with you. I'm going to be driving a rollback for this company, AAA. So a rollback, I know you can definitely haul more than the wrecker. Wrecker would be easier to get into certain places and stuff, but a rollback you can haul 2 vehicles at a time, if I'm not mistaken. So
And rollback's the one that Gary uses?
yeah, he uses a rollback, and you can also haul sheds with it. And I'm also planning to do roadside assistance too, which is what I'm going to be doing for AAA. So I'm going to be getting to learn all that. I just recently ordered me a lockout kit for myself, because I don't know if you've seen, but I had printed those business cards off, and part of the reason why I did that, went ahead and did that, is because in order to make a Google page, a business card was one of the things that you could use to prove that you're the owner and stuff like that of that business. But I don't plan to actually start doing that business for myself for a while. I'm going to be with AAA for a while at least long enough to learn it. But I'm not, AAA ain't the long run for me, definitely not. I'm not going to be making as much there as I did in trucking, but I'll still be making decent money, and I'll be home. You know, that to me is huge too. I'll be home every day. And that was my goal, long-term goal anyways, was driving a tow truck. I want to do it for myself as soon as possible. But going there, I'm going to get very valuable experience. I'm going to learn how to operate a rollback. I'm going to learn how to do roadside assistance. I'm going to learn from professionals, you know, trained professionals. So I feel like I'll be able to learn a whole lot. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Towing is something I could definitely see myself doing it for the long run. You know, it's very dangerous work though. Guys get killed on the side of the road a lot, from what I've heard with while they're doing those rollbacks. You know, loading vehicles up and stuff, because people go over too far and hit them or whatever. You know, it's a lot of men have died like that. Which every line of work really, you've got dangerous stuff. You just got to be careful, pray about it, ask God to help you. Something I've noticed in people, you know, is I guess this is kind of be talking and stuff, but something I've noticed in some people is lack of motivation nowadays. It's like lots of people have lack of motivation to, and I've been there. I've been there. But since I've had my family, it's been me and my family, I've not really had any lack of motivation, really, to work anyways, you know. Now, I've had jobs that I didn't like, for sure. I've had jobs that I hated. And I honestly, me personally, don't believe in staying somewhere long like that. Trucking wasn't one of them. I won't say that. Trucking wasn't one of them that I hated. The no touch freight, I didn't care nearly as much for as I did touch freight. But then again, when it comes to flatbed, I think I would have liked flatbed a lot better than dry van. But I actually loved the whole style of trucking with US Express. It was just the schedule, how they switched on me. I was already away from my family enough as it was, you know, and I was coping with it, but it wasn't something I liked, you know, and it was nothing I ever considered to do for the long run. But I wanted to be able to make enough money really to get me a rollback, honestly. And I was hoping to buy a piece of land too, but my plan is to get a rollback now before that, and then to use that to get us a piece of land, Lord willing. I don't regret it at all. I got good experience over the road. I know how to drive those trucks pretty well now. Like you can put me out here in a drive-in truck, a 53-foot trailer, and I can take it all over the place, you know, now, and get it into some pretty tight backings as well. And there's a lot I can still learn with trucking too. But like they said, it converts over very well to the tow truck industry. They said, yeah, one of the things we ask our people when we're doing this interview is if you're comfortable, if you think you'll be comfortable driving a big truck. And they said that's not going to be a problem for you because you drove a tractor trailer, so that's no problem for you already. And then me pulling trailers, they said as well, converts over well to this. So that experience is going to help me with this. And not only that, but I can do a heavy duty towing as well, and get some heavy duty, get a heavy duty dump truck. I was talking to our trash guy there the other day. He's a guy that works for the company here where we live in this county. It's called Rumpke. And I just so happened to take the trash, and just as I was taking it, he was almost to our driveway. So I had some extra bags, so I asked him if he minded if I threw them in there. It's the first time I ever talked to him, because I'd never ran into him at that time. I didn't expect him to be there that early. And when I got there, anyways, I asked him, I said, can I help you? I said, can I throw these bags in the truck? Because I didn't want to make any more work for him. And he said, yeah. He said, I appreciate it. And I threw them in the truck, and then I helped him get the cans as well, because at the end of my driveway, we've got a big long gravel driveway, and there's people that live past us on it. There's a total of 5 people on our road. It's all country. It's just a gravel road that goes back in the country. Oh man. And there's a total of 5 people on it, and we're the first driveway on your right there. And anyways, I got to talking to him, and I asked him, I mentioned my uncle's name to him, because my uncle's been there for a long time. I asked him if he knew him. He said, yeah. He said, I see him all the time. He said he's always in there early or something like that. And we started talking a little bit, and I told him I have my CDL-A now, and I was planning to start towing. And he started telling me about Rumpke. He said, yeah, it starts out here at Rumpke with the CDL-B at $24 an hour, $24 an hour, which is pretty good, you know, to be home every day. And he said he was making $28 an hour, which is pretty good money. And I know my uncle, the one that's been there for a long time, he's driving a front loader truck, so he just goes up and picks the dumpsters up. Now the big metal dumpsters, his truck has a front loader and it lifts it up and just dumps it in his truck. And so $28 an hour being home every night, that is pretty good money. So he told me, he said, yeah, you should come to Rumpke. And if it wasn't for me, you know, look at, because like I said, I want to work for myself, I would definitely consider that, because it's honest, respectable work. And I believe those guys work hard too. I know it used to be harder, because I think they used to have to actually sling, when my uncle started, they had to sling the cans in by hand on the back when you're loading them. Now they've got a thing that it picks it up for you and loads it in there, so it makes it much easier. But he told me they were blowing their shoulders and stuff out back then, because they were having to pick it up by hand and sling it in there. But towing is something I want to do for myself in the long run. And not for AAA, definitely not. But it's something that I'm going to start out with them in, with no intentions to stay. They don't know that right now, probably. And I'm not going to tell them that, but I have no intentions to stay with AAA. What he thinks, so if he sees it. I tried to get a little bit more, because I know you said you wanted it like longer, and about the longest I have is like 16, 18.
Okay.
How you been doing?
Good. How you doing?
Doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. This is the first one I've done this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember, I think last time I told you about starting trucking.
Yeah.
At that time I got my CDL and everything, did about around 6 months, but now I got me a job. Well, I'll be working here as a tow truck driver in Lexington.
Oh, yeah? Where?
AAA.
Where?
AAA.
AAA.
Yeah. Yeah, for now. I'm wanting to do it for myself later on, but I'm wanting to get some training first through them and stuff and learn it. I mean, just half of it though, not the whole thing.
I'll pay you the whole thing.
Oh, you don't have to. Okay. Okay. I sure do appreciate that, sir. So much. It's good to get customers off you. I've got a few of them, and it's. How long have we been delivering to you now?
Oh, God.
It's been a while.
7, 8 years.
Yeah, because we've been doing firewood for a while.
Yeah.
And I think I've been delivering to you since about I started, really.
Gosh, your son was small.
Yeah. Yeah, he's grown a lot.
He's big now.
Yeah.
He's getting big now.
Yeah.
He's a big help, isn't he?
He is a real big
Yeah.
help. That's a pretty good stack there, ain't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, that was nice of him. That was so nice of that guy. He literally just, let's see if I can, oh, you're in over here. Carter moved back to that side, but he's in here with me. But that guy, I brought him one load just now, which was $110 because I drove about an hour, which is cheap for gas, really. But I did it for $110. And that man's so nice. I've been delivering to him for 5 or 6 years, something like that now. Pretty much since I started. And he went ahead and paid me for both loads because he's getting 2 loads. And I'm not bringing the other one to him until maybe either sometime this week if I get time with this, you know, with the towing job, or either next week is when I'll be bringing, or next weekend. But he said, yeah. I said, yeah, this is just half of it here. Because used to, I would bring it to him, you know. In my Dodge, I had those rails so I could bring around 2 face cords with it like that. That's hard on a half-ton truck, though. So I'm just hauling with this until I get me a little, I may get a little trailer to haul, I don't know. It's hard to get trailers in some of these areas, but, and out, especially on bad roads. But I'm thinking I may get me a little trailer to haul, just to try to haul like 2 face cords again or something like that. Or maybe beef up my suspension and make me rails on here. I may just do that even. But I'd like, whatever I do, I'd like to do it pretty soon. Maybe a little cheap trailer for now. And this is the earliest I've ever sold a load because it's still July. And I've sold a load. But anyways, I was going to charge $110 for that. He paid me $240 for that, which I owe him the other load still. But he said, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pay you. I trust you. So that was so nice of him because that helps a lot right now where I'm in between jobs. I'm going to this other job and stuff. Here's a tow truck driver right in front of me. Yeah, always get up. It's always, lots of people know this, but it's always good to get over when you see these guys on the side of the road. Driving a truck when I was parked over there sometimes on the shoulder, because I did sometimes when I had to pee, people don't want to get over. And tow truck driving and stuff, those guys have got killed a lot like that. That's off subject anyways, I done passed them. But yeah, I like to get over. In some states it's actually a law that you got to get over, which is good really, because it's something that should be done. You can kill them if you don't sometimes. But anyways, that's just so nice of him doing that. I mean, Firewood has helped me so many times down through the year. I mean, not just helped me, that's how that was the main source of my income in the winter. You know, for years, it was Firewood. The main source was Firewood. So, and now here it is again, helping me. You know, the Lord, I thank God. I thank God for everything. I thank God. I thank the Lord, but I'm thankful for Firewood, for the ability to do Firewood, the knowledge of how to do it, and the customers that I got. I've got some really good people that I deliver to that are just friendly people. Kevin's another one, the one that left me and Carter those L8s a while back. I'm actually supposed to deliver 2 cords to him within the next week or so. There's our first load, $240. That's a good start to the Firewood season and an early start to the Firewood season. Tomorrow, Lord willing, I'll be starting with AAA, so I'm nervous and excited. I always am when I go somewhere new. So I'm going to get to actually learn how to operate a rowback. Very excited. Today's turned out good. Left with more money than I thought I would, and that will help me a lot right now. And like I said, just starting this job, and then I've got some wood lined up to sell right now too. So firewood's a good thing. It is. I mean, think about it. People are warming themselves with it, and you're getting paid for it. So I love firewood. I do. I intend to always do it, and Lord willing, I'll be putting a lot more on there of hand splitting and firewood, kind of like I used to, because I'm just going to have more time now. You know, I just didn't have time with trucking. I mean, what time I had, I didn't want to just spend only doing firewood. But now I'm going to have a lot more time, and I'm going to be home every day. So yeah, I think this will work a lot better for me, honestly. If I ever want to get back into trucking again, I can. I've got my CDLA. It's valid. It's good. I've got 5 months experience. US Express actually told me that if I wanted to come back to let them know. But honestly, right now, I have no desire whatsoever. Towing is what I was wanting for the long-term go anyways, and trucking was a way to get me a tow truck as soon as possible and then get into towing. But Lord willing, next year around spring, I'm hoping to have enough for a rowback. But really, I'd like to, before I actually start into it, I'd like to have some equipment built up, some money saved up, and credit built up. That way, you know, if I need equipment or whatever, if equipment goes down, I know what it takes to run a business. You can go into real quick from equipment going down on you. I've had trucks go down, mowers go down, weed eaters go down, head trimmers go down, chainsaws go down. So it's good. have some money saved up to fix that stuff. It's good to know how to work on that stuff as well, so you can fix it yourself. But we're heading on home now. I'm gonna spend the rest of the day with my family. The rain has stopped a whole lot. We needed rain here in Kentucky. We ain't had much rain here at all. I think it's supposed to this week though. Rain almost all week. The trainer part's gonna be the hardest part, I think, 'cause that's 5 weeks with the trainer. That's longer than I did with over the road. You know, that was 3 weeks. And that's gonna be the hardest part, I think. I'll be glad to get on my own, which I know that's part of it. But I think they said too, it kind of, how long you're with the trainer is how long it takes you to catch on too. So maybe I can reduce that time a little bit if I can catch on quicker. But you all be safe out there. Thank you for the kind comments and everything. It's good to hear from y'all in trucking, and it's good to hear from some of y'all that I talked to with Firewood as well. I wish y'all the best. Very thankful to hear from all of you. Be safe and God bless.